We will learn about static keyword in Java. It is used in various ways. So we will learn about static variables, static methods, static nested classes, and static blocks. Static keyword is used for representing metadata. Metadata means data about data. So basically they are useful for representing the information of a class, not about the objects. Though all the objects can share that information. So static members are useful for representing information or data related to a class. So if you have only data related to a class, then you can use just static variables. If the data needs some processing and if you have to do some computations, then you can go further and make it as a method. And if you have a lot of data, and that can be grouped together and made as a nested class. So these three are at different levels. If you have a small information, just some value, go for variable. Some processing required, go for method. And you have a lot of methods, group them in a class. So all these three are related. So I'll take the example and show you together. I will show you these two. Already we have seen this nested classes. Later I will tell about what are static blocks. So we'll see what are static variables and methods. I'll take an example. Here I have an example to give you a clear-cut idea about the static keyword. See, I have a class called Honda City. It's a car model from Honda company. Now inside this, I have the first thing, that is static long price. See, price of a car. I have just written value 10 there, maybe 10 lakh or whatever it is. So the price is a value of a class, the data of a class. How? Let us understand. See, this is a class for Honda City. There's a class. That's a design with the Honda company. Now, based on this design, Honda company manufacture many cars of Honda City with same design. Now, I have bought one Honda City car and you bought one Honda City car. What is the price? So, price of your car or my car is same. Yes. So, that price is not the price of an object. It's the price of a car. Yes, car class, that is Honda City, price of Honda City. So it's a metadata of Honda City. So that's why I have declared it as static. Okay. Now, inside this, I have also taken two non-static members also. That's of no use. Just for namesake, I have given some non-static also. Now here you see the objects. Here I have. Inside a class test, that is public static void main, I have an object of Honda City, one object, that is H1, and the other object is H2. Now I have two objects. So let us see, when you create the object, then how that price will be available for them. See, this is an object H1. A, B are non-static members, so these are A and B belongs to H1. And then H2, this is the object. So for this object also, A and B are the members. If you see these two objects, they have their own non-static member. But what about static? Price. There is only one price. So this belongs to class, right? So this belongs to class. So I'll make it as a box and I will write the value 10 here. So this belongs to H1 also. This belongs to H2 also. Now the important thing, static members are shared by all the objects of a class. So this is the important thing. So price is only one. As the price is declared as long takes 8 bytes. So this 8 bytes belongs to H1 also, H2 also. So basically they don't belong to H1 and H2. They belong to a class. So we say it belongs to class. If you make 100 objects of this Honda City also, all of them will share same price variable, same 8 bytes. But what about this int A, B, 4 bytes for int A and 4 bytes for B, total 8 bytes. So these 8 bytes are belonging to H1 and these 4 bytes are belonging to H2. So it has its own non-static members and it is having its own non-static member, but both of them are sharing a common member, common data member, that is static. So I repeat the point here. Static data members belongs to a class and they can be shared by all the objects of a class. Let us see here. If I write here system.out.println h1 dot that price, then system.out.println h2 dot price, what will be printed here? Here also 10 will be printed and here also 10 will be printed. When you say h1 dot price, h1 dot price, this one only. h2 dot price, h2 dot price, this one only. So both will share the same values, If suppose I am changing this one, h1 dot price assign 20. Then again if I print h1 dot price, I'll get 20. h2 dot price also I'll get same thing, 20. If any one of the object is modifying this value, it is common for all the objects. So the same value is available for all the objects. So this means that static members can also be used as shared data between all the objects of a class. If one object writes something in that static variable, other objects, all the objects can read that value. So all the objects can use it as shared data. This is the another point or another usage of static variables. Then one more important thing, I'll remove this. If I want to print the value system.out.println just price, then I can simply say Honda City dot price. So is it possible? Yes. So static members can be accessed just using class name. You don't have to use the object. Even if you don't create these objects, also, you can call HondaCity.price and you can get the price. See, the idea here is that if you want to know the price of a particular car, do you have to buy it? No. Just without buying also you can know the price of a car. I will go to a car showroom and ask what is the price. They will tell me the price. So I am asking the information about the class of that particular car, that is Honda City. So they will tell me the price. Suppose you bought a Honda City car. If I ask you what's the price, then you can tell the price. So if you have the object also, you can tell it, and without object also I can tell the price by using class name. So that's the reason we say static members are the members of a class. They exist even if you don't create any object. No object is created, still they exist. So it means that even if these are not there, these objects are not there, still this price is there. So now the question is, where it is created? Is it created in heap? No. Now the important point, the static members of a class are created inside method area. Whether it is a static variable or a method, they will be present inside the method area and they are available once the class is loaded. If your program is using a class, then it will be loaded definitely. So this variable will be created inside the method area independent of the objects. So that's why without creating the object also, we can access it just by using a class name. So that's all about the static variable. I have explained you about the static variable. Let me repeat the points quickly. Static variable belongs to a class. It can be shared by all the objects. There will be only one copy or instance of a static variable common for all the objects. They are created in method area and they can be used as a shared data member by all the objects. They can be accessed by using the object name as well as they can be accessed using the class name. Now coming to static methods. Next is static methods. See, I have written a static method here. So based on the concept only I have written it, just watch it. I want to know the price. Price is a single value. Yes, it is 10 lakh, suppose 10 is the figure. Now on the road price, if you are aware of it, then car will have its own price, that is called as X showroom price, that is the price. And on road price you have to pay some taxes and the insurance amount, so the amount will increase. And the road tax and the insurance, so that depends on the city in which. Here in India it varies from city to city. Depending on the city the price changes. So for that some calculations are needed. So I have not written it as a variable, I made it as a method because calculations are required. So that is static method. On road price, it returns double, and here I am taking a parameter string, and also I have shown the partial implementation of this method. You can see a method from here to here, and inside this depending on the city. If city is a Delhi, then price plus 10% of a price into 0.1, that gives you 10%, price plus 10% of a price. If the city is Mumbai, then price plus price into 9% of a price. So 9% extra you have to pay. So you'll get the on-road price. This method will return on-road price depending on the city, so you can pass the parameter. This is a static method. How it is different from that? That is single value. This is computed value. It is returning the result after computations. Now let us learn more about static method. Static methods, again, they belong to a class. They are common for all the objects. They can be called just by using class name. You don't have to create the object. Even using an object, you can access them. And one important thing, static method can access only static members. They cannot access non-static members. I cannot access these non-static members A and B. I can access only static members using static methods. Let us call that static method here. If I say system.out.println Honda City dot on road price, and it is for Delhi. I want to know it for Delhi, right? So now that method will be called and return some result, and that is price plus 10% on the price, and I get the result here. It will display the result. So static methods can be called just by using class name. So if you want to know the on-road price of a Honda City, you don't have to buy it. First go to showroom and inquire. They will give you the details. Then if you want to buy, you can buy it or not. That's your choice. But on-road price is information about a class, that is about a Honda City, not about the objects. So you can know it without creating the objects, and even you can know it after creating the objects. So if you have an object, you can say h1.onRoad price. You can say this. So that's all about static methods. So let me repeat the points. Static methods can access only static variables or other static methods of a class. They cannot access non-static members. And these static methods belongs to a class. They can be accessed using class name. They can be accessed using objects also. Then the next thing is static nested classes, inner classes. So already I have discussed about the inner classes in the previous video. So here just I will give you the concept where and how they are useful. So here I can give you the example. See, I have only one static method. If you have multiple static methods, then you can make it as a class, and you can make the class itself as static. So the object of that class can be created outside, independent of the outer class. Independent of the outer class, you can create the object and use it. So if you have a lot of static information about it, you can convert this into a class also. So in simple terms, collection of methods, you can put them together in the class and make it as a static nested class. And even that nested class, a static nested class, can access only static members of a class. It cannot access instance members or the non-static members of a class. And even the methods inside the class or the static methods, here you cannot use even the keywords like this or super. You cannot use this also because they refer to an instance. They don't refer to a class. They refer to objects. So you cannot use these keywords also inside static methods or inside static nested classes. Now I have finished variables, methods and classes. Now lastly, let us look at static blocks.